From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey, I'm Shawn Mendes.
This is Selena Gomez.
Drizzy Drake.
Taylor Swift.
Post Malone.
Camila Cabello.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Right here. Turn up.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
I can feel
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Roz. Mocha. I just Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
$20,000. Are you seeing that? Are you seeing that?
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Powered by Air Transat.
How many times can you use a towel before you wash it? That's the question. How many times can you use a towel before you wash it, before you actually start rubbing bacteria and mold all over your body?
14.
14 times, says Mocha. Maury, what do you say?
I say 2 weeks.
But how many
No,
times?
how many times?
How many
is the
times?
question.
5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20 times.
20 times, Maury says. And this is assuming that you hang the towel up after you use it, that you're not
Yes.
leaving a wet towel on the ground.
Yeah.
The magic number, according to experts, is 3.
3?
No.
3. Bacteria and
times?
mold start growing each time a towel gets damp. Hanging it up to dry does slow the process down, but it does not stop it. Once you've used the same towel 3 times, it hits a tipping point, they say, and after that, you are basically rubbing bacteria and mold all over your body. So 3 showers, use the towel, then the towel goes
Even
in
if
the
you use
in the
soap and
laundry.
everything and your body is clean, you're rubbing a clean towel?
It's not dirt. It's water. It's wet. It's getting it wet. You're not getting it dirty. You're getting it wet. That's where mold grows.
Well, that is ridiculous.
But that's the truth.
3
though.
times?
I know,
Yeah,
but like,
3
come on.
times. Damn. 14. You threw that number out real fast, man. 14.
I don't have any reason for giving that number specifically.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Were you following along on Twitter Sunday night when everyone was dragging Shaka Khan?
Yeah, I saw. I don't have a lot of interest in taking part in people dragging Shaka Khan, to be honest with you. So I saw it happening, and I decided that it was not the place for me.
So Sunday night in Chicago, it was the NBA All-Star game.
Right.
And right before the game started, Shaka Khan was out there singing the national anthem. And before, I'll just read you one tweet reaction, and then I'm going to play you what Shaka Khan sounded like. Shaka Khan is an icon. No slander will be tolerated. Not this Black History Month.
Okay.
Oh, say, can you see back the dawn's early light? Oh, so proudly we hailed
Like, not bad so far.
at the twilight's last gleaming.
But then,
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight.
and then,
Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
and then right here.
And the rockets ran
Yeah.
the bombs bursting in air.
Somebody said Shaka Khan singing like your drunk auntie on Christmas.
It's just like, it's when, every now and then somebody in life just tells you, and they're just like, you know what, just go out and make it your own. Just go and do your own thing.
That our flag
There's just certain things you don't mess with.
Yeah.
Because people need to be able to sing along. Also, don't drag this out too long, man. So for an all-star game, you can't take 5 minutes to do the anthem.
Like, she should have been wrapped up by now.
Like, I don't know what melody she's singing right now.
Her own.
But it's not like...
Wait.
But like, it's not like her voice is cracking or she's a terrible singer. She's just singing all the wrong notes.
The song's still not done. At this point, he's just yelling.
You know what? She sounds like somebody who learned how to sing the Star Spangled Banner from a book. You know what I mean? Or just like little arrows that tell you when to go up and down.
Well, like this part, there's like 3 words left.
Okay, but was it bad? Yes. Was it embarrassing? I don't know if it's embarrassing because it's not like she was pitchy. Like other people have been really pitchy where they've done a terrible job at the anthem.
Somebody said, Shaka Khan a legend and all, but that rendition of the anthem was ass. Somebody else said, I love Shaka Khan and she truly is I'm every woman. But it sounded like all of those women were trying to come out during that performance. And then people were like, yo, Shaka Khan giving Fergie a run for her money. And then the comparison of terrible national anthems between Shaka Khan and Fergie from a couple of years ago started popping up. And if you remember...
Oh, right, yes.
How could you forget Fergie destroying the national anthem?
Can you see?
Trying to make it like all sexy and stuff, right?
By the dawn's early light.
That's it, man.
What's so proud?
You hire Fergie, you're going to get Fergie.
Yeah.
At the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars.
So then, some genius decided to take Fergie's national anthem and Shaka Khan's national anthem and mash them up together to make it sound like this.
Oh, God. This is a nightmare. Can you believe this is the same song? Can you believe that? You know what I mean? And it's not only the same song, it's a song that they all grew up singing every day of their lives in school.
So good.
It's the same song.
It's so good. Just terrible. USA, USA, USA.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
podcast.
So on Sunday night in Chicago, Shaka Khan performed the national anthem before the NBA All-Star game. And it quickly went viral.
Oof.
Because people were comparing it and its terribleness to Fergie's national anthem from 2 years ago, also at the All-Star game.
I will say this about the Shaka Khan one, okay? Is that, like, she sang, like, she was on key and her notes were, like, perfect. They were just all the wrong notes.
Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Auntie Shaka.
There's a lot of notes. They're just the wrong ones.
And as I mentioned, everyone was comparing it to Fergie's.
came through that night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star spangled banner yet wave?
It's the best.
Okay.
It's the best. I love Fergie, man.
As soon as that Fergie one happened,
yeah,
a producer by the name of Suede the Remix God did the now famous Fergie remix. And part of the reason why it went famous is because there was footage of the Golden State Warriors in their dressing room doing a dance, listening to the song on somebody's phone.
That our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet, never yet, never yet. Oh,
Turkey.
This is so dope. Okay. So, this guy, Sway the Remix God, he worked his magic again.
On Shaka?
And did a remix using Shaka Khan and her national anthem.
Can you see?
Shaka Khan.
Yo, this beat slaps so hard. I love it.
Shaka Khan.
Tell me you're not into this now.
I love it. I love this.
Yeah, man. People are so creative and so talented.
It's so good. It's so good. Oh, poor Ferg, huh?
They both got the remix treatment, and they are both amazing.
Yeah. The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Remember Bandersnatch on Netflix, Black Mirror?
Oh, yeah, the Choose Your Own Adventure.
It's the Choose Your Own Adventure.
Style.
And
I love
since
that.
then, there's been a lot of Choose Your Own Adventures on Netflix. I'll get to that in a second. But the company who came out with the Choose Your Own Adventure books in the 80s sued Netflix.
Did they really?
And Netflix officially last week lost their bid to dismiss the lawsuit.
Whoa.
By the company who owns the trademark to the popular children's book series Choose Your Own Adventure. And it wasn't so much that they let fans who watch the series choose their own adventure. It's because they make a reference in the actual movie Bandersnatch that they're basing this video game off those old Choose Your Own Adventure books.
Right.
So now this company's looking for $25 million.
Ooh. They're going to get it. They'll get it. Easily.
Crazy.
Yeah, they'll get it.
But because
you said our name in the show.
Yeah, I know. It's terrible. But because what did we watch? We watched the Captain Underpants Choose Your Own Adventure. Which was really great.
Yeah.
That just came out. And then we were watching an episode of the Bear Grylls Choose Your Own Adventure.
He has one
last night. So Bear Grylls, the sort of adventure travel ex-military guy who drinks his own wee.
Yeah. Here, survive in the desert for 5 days with just a pencil.
Yeah, so he has his own Choose Your Own Adventure series.
How do they do that?
But it's all stuff because they film everything, and then you just get to click like which one you want, and then that's the one that they run. So it's like rappel down a mountain or jump,
nap under a tree.
Yeah, jump. Right. It's like sleep in the snow or find a cave or all this stuff. But because it's Bear Grylls, every now and then they give you an option that you just it's impossible to not click. Like it's impossible to not click.
Okay,
so we're watching an episode of Bear Grylls last night and he's hungry. And so Bear Grylls is like, should I keep looking for food? And keep in mind, he's on a mountain, it's covered in snow.
Okay.
So his options are, I'm getting very hungry.
Yeah.
Should I keep looking for food to see what I can find?
Don't say or eat my own arm.
Or should I pull the undigested nuts out of this piece of bear feces and wash them off in the snow and eat those?
Keep looking for food.
No, nobody who's watching that show is going to click keep looking for food.
No, I'm just saying, Like in reality, keep looking for food.
Right,
but yes, when you're watching Choose Your Own Adventure in the comfort of your own home.
Yeah, and so when you're watching Choose Your Own Adventure, the whole living room just goes, oh, eat the bear poo.
Go after them nuts.
Right? And let me just say that.
Oh, no. It was gross, right? Was it gross? It was
After
gross.
we had him eat the bear poo, the nuts out of the bear poo, like it's a whole process to clean off nuts on bear poo. And he uses his only water that he has to clean them.
Oh, no.
And it's a whole thing of like, he goes through in detail of what it's like to try and wash feces off nuts before you eat them.
I've questions.
Yes, yes.
Not to get too gross.
Yeah.
But the poo obviously was like rock hard, I'm assuming?
Somewhat
rock hard.
Somewhat
Did
rock
he take his hands, did he like have to break it into pieces to find the undigested nuts?
Yeah. How else are you going to find them?
So it's not like he picked it up and like took a bite.
No, it's Bear Grylls. So he comes upon it and he's like, oh, picks it up. Look what we have here. And he puts it up to the camera, holding it with his hands with no gloves. And he's like, this is bear scat. And what you can sometimes find little treasures hidden inside the poo. And what you find are little things like this, which are undigested nuts. Now, what we can do is we can clean these off and eat them, or I can go keep looking for food. And everybody jumps over to the computer and goes, eat the poo! Eat the poo!
But you know what? For him to know in detail what is inside bear poop, he would have had to have done this before.
Oh, yes.
And not just once.
Oh, no.
Many times.
No, and if you're not a fan of Bear Grylls, you know, like this is the man who goes walking through the desert, and to cool his head, he pees on his shirt and gets it wet and then wraps it around his head. And then when he starts to get dehydrated, he squeezes the shirt and pours the pee into his mouth.
Refreshing, right?
Yeah. The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Option Plus. Enhance your economy class. That is right. You can now get an Option Plus in economy class with the extra benefits and services.
Yeah, so you can book this up to 24 hours before your departure, and the benefits of booking Option Plus, you get an extra piece of baggage, which is huge, especially if you're like, oh man, you know what? The weather changed where we're going. That happens to me all the time, where you're expecting one sort of climate or temperature and you realize, man, the week we booked, the weather's going to kind of be crap, and I am going to need to bring extra stuff just in case. So you get that extra piece of baggage, priority check-in at a dedicated check-in counter, priority boarding even in economy.
Nice. Complimentary seat selection, onboard perks. You get that baggage handling. Book now at airtransat.com. They have a sale happening right now, and it ends at the end of March.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I know embarrassment was trending on Saturday because they couldn't beat David Ayres. David Ayres, this story was so incredible. He's the emergency relief goaltender / Zamboni driver who I believe works for the Leafs organization that then had to go into net and play for Carolina. And everybody was like, the Leafs are going to light this guy up with 15 goals. And he managed to, I mean, the team did very well. Carolina rallied around him. But the team did very well. And now he's a hero.
Yeah.
With the win.
Let's go, Ayres! What's going on, buddy? It's Roz and Mocha.
How are you?
Good, man. How are you?
A little tired, but I'm good.
Are you trying to still soak all this in, or are you trying to get back to life right now?
I'm just trying to soak it in. I think it's pretty quick, and a lot of interviews, and I'm in New York City right now, and I have a big day planned ahead of me today, and then fly out to Carolina later on this afternoon. So it's a busy one for sure.
So what's their plan for you in Carolina? Are you like their good luck charm now, or what?
I don't know. I heard rumblings of some key to the city or horn to the game or something.
Why not, bro?
They are awesome in Carolina. I don't usually read all the social media stuff, but I was out with one of the PR guys from Carolina Hurricanes last night, and he's in New York City with me just to kind of help me around the city and stuff like that. And he's great, and he was just telling me all the things that the Carolina people were talking about, and they seem awesome and super pumped. So I can't wait to get down there.
Are the Hurricanes going to offer you a job to be their Zamboni driver?
I was saying to him last night, I said, I don't drive that much anymore. I used to drive 5 years ago, and now I only do it the odd time, but I'll take the job. It's nice and warm down there.
As somebody who lives in the city and is a huge Leafs fan, your story is fascinating because the headlines, of you getting that opportunity and then the win and just the emotion, like everybody was so into this and everybody was so bloody happy for you. But then you also have to read the headline, which is Toronto lost to a Zamboni driver who works for them.
Yeah. So I don't technically work for Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment.
Okay.
So that's a little, I guess, loophole they had there. I don't actually work for the company, so that's how I was able to be the emergency goalie. If you work for the company, you can't do that.
Gotcha.
David, as like a Leaf fan, did you feel like at the end of the game like a little bit of a traitor at all?
Absolutely. It was kind of funny. The next day, I went on the ice with two guys, and they were just joking around a little bit with me, but they loved it. They were so proud of me, and they were so happy. So it was great to see that they were receptive. It's not something that I'm going to be able to do every day. So they were great. Like I'm on the ice with the Leafs guys quite often, and the Marlies guys quite often. So they were text messaging me, and they were, when they saw me, they were super pumped. But obviously they can't say that in the middle of a game. But it was a great time. I think they had fun with it, even though it's a tough loss and they needed the points. But they had a lot of fun with it. So did I.
Did they murder you with bombs from the blue line?
Yeah. No, they kept it down. It was pretty good. But I'm back to being, my next emergency game is on Saturday. So you never know, right? I might end up suiting up again. Who knows?
So when you show up there, are you interacting with either team, like, while you're waiting to find out if you go in? Like, do you hang out with the Leafs? Like, where are you? Like, did you go to the Carolina dressing room and then have to go back in the Leafs dressing room to get dressed, or did you have somebody like go get your clothes for you?
No, I went down and I got my equipment out and I dressed in one of the media rooms actually back there behind the visiting change room. Okay. So it was kind of in a neutral zone there for a while because you never know which team it could be. It could have been either or. Right. And so once I changed and I got on the ice, their equipment guys were great. They grabbed my bag and my clothes and they took it into the visiting dressing room. So after the game was over, all my stuff was there waiting for me just to get out of the rink.
So, David, as a backup goalie, you're in Scotiabank Arena. Is there a jersey with your name on the back of, like, a Carolina jersey and a Leaf jersey as well?
Not there. They wait until they find out if I have to go in or not.
Oh, and then they put your name on the back.
Yeah, so they made the nameplate right before I was supposed to go in. So they were on top of it.
And it wasn't even in Sharpie or anything. Like, they had it ready to go.
Those guys are impressive. They know what they're doing.
Let me ask you, before we let you go, I want to get your opinion on this because as wonderful as it was and that story was with you on Saturday night, you were trending, but also hashtag embarrassment was trending. I want to know, what was it like for you when embarrassment started trending because everybody before that third period thought that they were going to light you up and win 12-4?
I thought they were going to light me up.
You can't have your story without embarrassment like this. Like, not beating you is considered an embarrassment. Does that affect you in any way?
No, not at all. No. It's to be expected. It's a guy that, whether it's me or somebody else that people don't know, of course they're going to think you're going to go in there and they're going to light you up for 10 goals. And after the first two shots, I looked up and I'm like, uh-oh, let's make a save here. This is embarrassing. So I just kind of buckled down and, I was lucky. We played well enough in the third to hold it, and then that team played unreal in front of me, and a lot of credit to those guys. I got lucky enough to go in there and have a little fun.
Who do you want to play you in the movie?
I heard rumblings of a movie already. This is it's crazy, but hey, I would like to be in it for at least 3 seconds.
Well, listen, superstar. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves here, okay?
David Ayres, listen, man, I know you got a super busy day today, but thank you very much for taking time out of your busy day to join us on the Roz and Mocha Show.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, guys.
Right
Appreciate
on.
it.
Take care, brother. Whoa. Trade deadline is 3 p.m. Who you signing with, bro?
Somewhere warm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Carolina. Yeah. Take care, brother.
Yeah, that's it. See ya.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
All right. I don't know how true this story is because I'm reading it from a website called boingboing.net. So I'm going to assume.
Should you be on that site at work? Hold on, I gotta check this out here.
I didn't get a warning.
Wasn't Boing Boing the character in That animated.
Inside Out?
Inside Out. Wasn't it Boing Boing? Was it Boing Boing?
No.
Who sacrificed himself? God, that was a sad moment.
Spoiler alert!
Sorry.
That was Bing Bong.
Oh, Bing Bong. Thank you, Maury. Okay. So what's doing on Boing Boing this morning?
Okay. Robert Schull Goddard is charged with breaking into a Nashville area home last month. Cops said he smashed open a glass door and then stole multiple items, including a television and firearm.
Okay.
He left his criminal journal behind at another house that was also burglarized that same day.
Right.
Prosecutors say in court records that Goddard dropped a notebook during the burglary that listed multiple addresses in it. One of those addresses was for another home a few miles away that had been burglarized that same day.
Right.
The notebook also contained clues to the burglar's identity, notes from his daughter, and her home address.
Okay.
He was caught on video kicking in the back door of a third house the very following day. So this idiot is out there robbing houses,
right,
and keeps a track record of all the houses that he's robbed and or plans on robbing.
Well, because you don't want to rob the same one twice. That's mean.
You don't want to be that burglar.
No, that's
Again,
dumb.
I don't have any way of verifying this because it is from a website called boingboing.net.
Yeah.
But apparently this guy robs houses and he's got his notebook that he then left behind.
That stuff has happened before, though, to people where people make really dumb mistakes. Like, I know, like, people have got caught cheating doing that. You know what I mean?
I was reading this article recently.
Yeah.
Actually, it started from, I think, a thread on Twitter.
Right.
Somebody caught her husband cheating.
Yeah.
Because of the Fitbit that they both wear. They can share each other's workouts and like heart rate and stuff. And allegedly, right, her husband went to, quote, work out at like 4 o'clock in the morning, left early. He leaves early to go work out every day.
Right.
And she noticed a spike in his heart rate on a day where he doesn't typically work out.
Right.
And
shut up.
Found out that he was cheating. And then somebody else replied to that tweet being like, yeah, the same thing happened with my boyfriend because we share like Fitbit account, like you can share your your workouts to update the other person when you've worked out or heart rate and stuff like that. And apparently the same thing happened. Somebody caught their spouse cheating because the heart rate went up, spiked at a time when it should not have spiked.
Right. That's Maury doesn't even wear a ring. Is that why, Maury? Like, you wear nothing, just in case, right? Nothing.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Hi, Courtney. How are you? It's Roz and Mocha.
Hi, I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. All right, here we go.
Okay, so Courtney, you wrote us this. Roz and Mocha Fix My Life. I have a friend at work who is loving and is such a great person, but she is so office inappropriate. It's a quiet office, and she is so loud and says non-office appropriate things at the wrong time in front of the wrong people. She turns everything into a story about her, and some people have stopped sitting with us at lunch because they just can't stand her. She talks over you in every conversation and just doesn't get social cues. She is truly such a great person, but I don't know how to talk to her about this without hurting her feelings. Oh my God, please help.
What are some of the things, Courtney? What are some of the, in your words, non-office appropriate things that your friend is saying at work?
Well, I can't stress enough how lovely of a person she is. So that's why this is so hard.
Yeah.
But, if we're young girls in a very male-dominated workplace, we're all standing together and there's bosses walking by and people around, and she just, if we're in the middle of a conversation, let's say we shouldn't really be having at work, her volume skyrockets for everybody to hear. At lunchtime, she does this thing, it's a baby voice that she does pretty loudly that turns a lot of people off.
What's she doing baby voice for, though?
I have no
like, me a situation.
idea.
Like, is she talking to her food, like in baby voice, or?
Honestly, yeah, she just makes
Oh.
side comments to everybody in like a baby voice. And then people will be having conversations. And I think she just wants to be a part of the conversation. So she talks over people and just tries to get her opinions in. But she doesn't realize that people are like, they stop talking after that because they just don't want to keep being interrupted.
Right.
And she has no ill intention. She's not a bad person. I just don't think she understands that how she is affects the people around her, like her volume. And, I remember one time at my desk, she was like, she did a squat in the middle of the office.
A squat?
And, a squat.
Okay.
Just because she was having a good day. But I'm like, listen, I love the positivity, but Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah.
So outside of work, you guys are friends?
Absolutely. We've been friends for a really long time.
So are you then not like in a comfortable space, like in your friendship, that you can have a conversation with her outside of work and be like, hey man, here are some examples of what's not cool at work that you're doing?
Yeah, and I think like she goes to a psychiatrist and she, they talk to her about the same thing, and she's aware of it and she thinks she's working on it, but it's so bad. And I want to talk to her about it, but I'm just afraid that she'll be embarrassed and then she just won't want to be around us anymore.
Do you think that if you have this conversation with her that your friendship is strong enough to survive? Or what are you worried about?
I think so, but I think it definitely is strong enough to survive.
Okay.
But I think that she's just a super sensitive person, and
Wait.
I think that this will just always be with her if I talk to her about it, and it will, affect her personally because she's not in the best space right now.
Are you feeling kind of pressure, Courtney, because other coworkers are coming to you knowing that you're good friends with her and saying stuff to you about her?
That is definitely a factor in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are they saying to you, hey, Courtney, you got to talk to your girl and we got to calm this down right away?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they definitely are saying that, but I also agree with them. And it's just, it's in such a tough position.
But people in the office can't put you in a position of authority just because you're friends with somebody. You know what I mean?
That's so true.
If somebody has a problem with her, the way she acts, her boss needs to have the conversation
Yeah.
with her, not you.
Why isn't her
Yeah.
boss saying anything? Or your boss? I don't know if you guys share the same boss, but...
We don't, but I don't know.
Now, if you're at the point where you think that her actions are reflecting poorly on you,
That's where I'm concerned.
Then you can say something. I think that, man, I hate telling people to calm down or to change the way they are, because oftentimes those things, those like little things that people do, that sort of unbridled, like non-conforming, just the reluctance to be agreeable, like all that stuff, right? I think that if it's harnessed and directed in the right direction, it can make somebody very successful. But if they're just disruptive because they don't know any better, then that's a problem,
That's what it is.
And I think that the way that you have to approach this is the way that it needs to be approached, which is with compassion. I don't think that it should come from a place of, how do you not see how inappropriate you are? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that shaming her is not going to get her to sort of open her eyes. She doesn't have to change. She just has to read the room. And, I think that that's one of the ways that you could approach this. And, you love her sort of wild side and you love all this stuff, but, you don't have to make it about you and say that it reflects badly on you. But, you gotta read the room for your own good, for your own success. And I think that you come at it from a place of compassion, saying that, you don't want her to change. She doesn't have to change, because all those things are what makes you love her. But she can't do a squat next to your desk.
So true.
Like there's those types of things. And I think that if you go at this with compassion, and you think that your friendship is strong enough to survive this conversation, I think that you have the conversation with her outside of work, and don't make it seem like she is doing something bad, because that's when people stop doing that wild stuff that, if they can harness in the right way, can take them in a really fantastic direction.
Honestly, I feel like I knew I needed to talk to her, and I just didn't know how to go about it.
Yeah.
And like everything that you said, just that really helped me a lot. So I really appreciate it.
But also keep in mind, you're not her boss, right? You know?
No, I'm not.
Just so
yeah.
you got to come at this from a place of a friend and not a boss, because you're not her boss. So you can't start saying that it's going to damage her career or anything like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Courtney.
Thank you guys. I love you guys so much. You're like my favorite people in the world. Bye.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
Set your PVRs, ladies and gentlemen. 8 o'clock tonight on City is Hudson and Rex, and this is the episode that Damn It Maury from the Roz and Mocha Show
Maury, come in here.
Will be appearing on.
My love.
Not Maury's first acting gig.
Thank you for having me this morning.
In the past, Maury has appeared in Private Eyes with Jason Priestley and Cindy Sampson.
Yeah.
He was also in the Frankie Drake Mysteries.
Yeah. Oh, also, did you do Murdoch?
He did Murdoch.
Yeah.
He was a...
Yannick, the song.
Murdoch, I was passerby.
He was a passerby, and it sounded like this.
The station hasn't received a single call today. Not one complaint. No littering, no loitering, not even any lollygagging.
And that's bad?
It's not right.
Best of the day to you, Inspector.
See?
That was his line.
Nailed it.
Totally. Best of the day to you. And they did like his hair and everything. Like they like slicked it all down and stuff for that.
Give him a funny looking hat.
Best of the day to you, Inspector.
Yeah.
So tonight is Hudson and Rex.
And who do you play on Hudson and Rex?
I play the orderly.
Oh.
Which, by the way, everybody, okay, I now know that orderlies don't wear stethoscopes.
Okay.
Right? Because my
Yeah.
grandmother pointed that out when I posted a picture and everything. I didn't put the costume together. I get it.
So you play an orderly, but somebody gave you a stethoscope.
So that I looked a little bit more official.
Oh.
Not
More
realizing
medical,
that I'm
more
going to
medical.
get murdered on social.
Oh, yeah. Because, okay, now.
Oh,
Jeez,
no.
The details, huh? The details.
So what, like the medical community came after you?
The medical community. I'm like, I don't know.
Morning, Winnie. Yeah, I know.
You were just like holding it for the doctor. Right?
How many lines did you have?
I had quite a few. And in fact, little bit of a secret.
Yeah.
I've never done this before because there's a dog in Hudson and Rex who plays Rex. So there's a trainer sort of, I guess, hidden behind a chair or behind things that says commands to the dog as you're doing your scene, which is a true acting, I guess, coup, if you will.
Okay.
If you can continue doing your scene while someone's yelling commands at a dog, you know you're a good actor.
Okay.
So after the fact, weeks later, I had to go into a studio and revoice most of my lines.
Really, yeah?
You know, sort of watching my lips and
It's
matching
hard
my
to
lips.
do. It's not easy to do.
Yeah,
Oh,
they had
because
to-
in the original kind of recording, you can hear the commands
Yeah.
from the dog trainer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. Okay, so what do we have here? What are we listening to?
This is Maury's appearance on
Okay.
Hudson and Rex. By the way, 8 o'clock tonight on City TV.
All right. Yummy. Take a look at this. Enjoy.
Thank you. Excuse me, can I get another brownie, please? It's not too much trouble.
No, it's one per patient, and you haven't even eaten that one yet.
Before you go, could you check my cast?
Well, I am studying to become a doctor, so let's look at your chart. I'll just review everything here first before we get going. Okay, let's see here. Looks like you're diagnosed with lateral malingus.
Malleolus.
Oh yeah, you're right. I can see that. Yep, malleolus.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Anyway, the cast looks good, no cracks, no deterioration, it's dry. If it feels uncomfortable, it's because your ankle's broken. Now, what I'm gonna need you to do is keep this immobilized, orderly's order.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Even the fictionalized character of you, Maury, can't read the big words. You know what I mean?
That's so true. Lateral malingus.
How do you think you did?
I would give me a 9 out of 10.
No. Honestly,
wow, a
honestly.
9?
Okay, hold on now, more.
You know what?
You know, the cool thing was...
Who raised you with this incredible sense of... I applaud it. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, Frank Sherman, my daddy.
Okay. Right. Don't say daddy when you're in your 40s, man. It sounds weird.
No, but the cool thing is the director, super cool guy.
Yeah.
Love a director that wears a thin black tie, by the way.
Okay.
The director was like, let's meet. Okay, so I want you to go off script and have some fun with this. I'm like, on day one?
Me?
Wow. All right, let's have some fun with
Show
this.
the improv skills.
Yeah.
So was this part here, I'm going to replay one certain line.
Yeah.
Was this intentional, or did you really screw this up and they just decided to keep this part in that scene where you were like...
Yep, malleolus.
Okay.
That?
Yeah.
Oh, that was, they wanted me
You
to
were
just keep
supposed
screwing
to-
that up. Yeah.
you were supposed
They thought
to
it was-
stumble on those
Well, they were
words.
like, well,
Okay.
that's what Maury would do.
Now, did they have you screwed up because they thought that there would be no way that anybody would possibly believe that you could read that word?
No, they wrote it because they thought that there's no way that Maury could read that word. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, Magolas.
Okay.
Catch Damn It Magolas on Hudson and Rex, 8 o'clock tonight on City.
Love it.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Podcast.
What?
Nothing.
Spit it out. What's so funny?
Got a text here from Matt. It says, Roz, I remember you talking about The Good Place with Kristen Bell. My buddy and I just started watching it last night and almost cleared through the entire season. It's probably one of the best written shows I've watched recently. It's so funny. Ted Danson is amazing. Kristen Bell is an absolute angel. I can't wait to continue watching. I fully agree with that.
I have not yet seen that show.
It's so good. It's so amazing.
And I love Kristen Bell.
One of my favorite shows I've seen in a long time. Also, I plowed through Narcos Mexico season 2 over the weekend.
That's out already?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
and? Do you like
I
it?
did 10 hours over Family Day weekend.
Oh.
Wow. It's no joke.
So you spent it with Netflix and not your family.
Well, no, because I wake up early. I wake up before the girls do, right?
Yeah. So you got all that free time.
I was doing like 2 episodes before they even got out of bed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah. And then Catherine goes to bed a little bit earlier than me on the weekend. So I was doing one after she had gone to bed. But it's no joke. It's no joke, that show, man.
We've been spending a lot of time with the shows on Apple TV Plus.
See, I don't have that.
Maximum, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm trying to remember the name of the show that we just started, so we haven't got through all the episodes yet, but Octavia Spencer is in, and with Pinkman from Breaking Bad.
Oh, yeah?
Truth be told, she's a podcaster.
Yeah.
And through her podcast, I guess, back in the day, she was able to help convict Jesse Pinkman, his character.
Oh, it's one of these sort of...
And then new evidence pops up today.
Yeah.
And she's like, wait a minute, I think I made a mistake here.
Right.
This kid's innocent. So the show takes you through her kind of fight now to get him out of prison.
Right. I gotcha.
And then before that, we watched Servant, which is super weird.
I know. That's on my list to watch. I can't even.
It's super weird.
I know.
Without giving anything away, just watch the trailer.
Yeah, I know. It's
Fake
super
doll,
weird.
fake
super
baby.
weird. Super weird.
And it is a straight up weird show.
I know. I can't watch that. Do you watch that stuff before you go to bed at night?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Doesn't bother you? You get nightmares.
Oh, I had one.
Because I know you get nightmares. Like, I'm surprised that your wife lets you watch that stuff before you go to bed.
No, that one,
that's
I
when
don't
you
know if
get-
it was that. There's something, I don't know what we
You just get like sweaty and kicky.
A couple of nights ago. Oh, no.
And you get yelly when you sleep too. Like,
Okay.
what gave you a nightmare the other night?
I don't know, but this is really stupid. Okay?
Yeah.
So, I think it was on Saturday.
Yeah.
It was Saturday. So Cruz woke up, and usually he wakes up and we give him a few minutes to like really wake up before we go get him, right? So Jenna was like, Cruz is awake.
Yeah.
Right? And she's sitting up in the bed scrolling on her phone. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna get up in a minute. And I guess I fell asleep.
Yeah.
And I must have fallen asleep and immediately went into a deep sleep because I started screaming. I was having a nightmare and she woke me up again. And she's like, what the hell's the matter with you? Like, you just fell asleep. How do you start having nightmares already?
You went from wide awake to nightmare?
Yeah, like screaming nightmare.
You need to go see somebody, man. That's not normal.
Like, she was looking at me like, I don't know exactly how much time had passed.
Yeah,
like,
no.
I assume seconds.
No.
But like...
No, man, you can't. No, it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. If that happened to me, Catherine would take away everything good that I eat because she would be convinced that it would be diet related if I started screaming in the night.
No, but this wasn't night.
Or sorry, in the morning after I just woke up. It's not good. Like, you're almost awake at that point.
I was awake.
Like, it's almost like
so stupid.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Ashley, what's going on? It's Roz and Mocha.
Hey there.
Okay, so Ashley, you wrote us this. Roz and Mocha Fix My Life. I recently broke up with my boyfriend of a year because I just wasn't feeling the relationship anymore, and I wanted to be honest. So I kindly asked my friends through a group chat if we could refrain from inviting him to our group events because so far, every time we've seen each other, he's talked and flirted with me as if nothing changed. Little did I know that asking my friends that simple request would be such a problem because I've now been iced out of the friend group. One of my girlfriends, who you've known for 5 years, you said, got so mad saying that you can't make people be friends and then ask them to stop when it's inconvenient for you. You go on to say that they said, don't be surprised if you're the one who stops getting invited. I never said I wanted them to stop being friends. All I said is that I wanted some space from my ex, but she really chewed me out and made me feel like crap. It's been a couple of weeks since that big argument with no apologies or attempts to communicate from either side, and you notice through IG stories that your ex is hanging out with your friends even at the home of the very same girl that you just mentioned.
Yo, Ashley, is there a chance that this girl that was upset with you and now your ex-boyfriend are together?
No, I don't think so.
Were you guys all friends with this guy before you hooked up with him?
No, I met him through a dating app.
Okay. And then you introduced him to the group. So they only knew him as your boyfriend.
Yeah, pretty much.
So who's the one that's inviting him out to all these events that you're not now a part of? Is it that one girl, or are they just through a group chat, hey, everyone, let's all get together, and he just shows up?
Yeah, pretty much. He is invited through the group chat and stuff, and he just always goes.
So a couple of things. One, I don't think that you can tell people who they can be friends with. And I understand. I understand you're going through a breakup, and I understand it sucks and it hurts. And hey, can you guys maybe just, instead of saying, to them, can you not invite him out? I think that maybe the better play would have been, hey, can you just let me know when he's coming so I have the option to not go? You know what I mean? And that way you're putting it on yourself and you're not putting it on them to tell them who they should not be friends with.
Yeah, you're right. I think I worded it weirdly. Maybe, I should have worded it.
People do get pissed. I mean, and you sound, you probably sound a little bit pissed, and rightfully so, that like, hey, we've been friends for 5 years, me and you girls, and then I get a boyfriend and he's only been around for like a year, and then all of a sudden you like him better than you like me, and now you are actually picking sides, and the person you're picking is him?
Yeah, so it felt that way.
Well, maybe it is that way.
Maybe.
I don't know. I have a feeling that this girl that's like upset with you, maybe her and this guy, your ex, are either fooling around or are secretly together. But I could be wrong, though.
How many people are we talking about in this friend group? Is it just one girl or is it multiple people?
It's multiple people.
Like how many?
10.
Oh, wow.
So.
And is she the only one that has a problem with you saying, hey, stop inviting him out? Or is this coming from everybody in your friend group?
She's the only one who's expressed a problem with it.
Oh, have you had a conversation with anybody else?
A little bit. They didn't seem to be bothered by it. Like
they don't seem bothered by the fact that he's still hanging around.
I mean, I think they understand both of our sides.
Yeah. I think at this point, Ashley, your only play right now is to, as Roz said, have them let you know when he's going to be hanging out somewhere, and then you just make that decision as to whether or not you want to go.
Yeah.
To be there at the same time as him, right?
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
There's a couple things that probably are going on is that, every time now that they're going to want to go for, drinks with friends, they're going to just start thinking, oh, God, Ashley with all her bloody drama. Who's going to talk to Ashley? What are we doing about Ash? Yeah. Okay, that you've put everybody in a really rough spot, right? By sort of wording it the way that you wanted to.
Because they've already made their decision. They're totally cool with having your ex hang out still.
Yeah, that's true.
And then that's your problem, not their problem.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Now, is it just the fact that he's your ex that you have a problem with, the fact that he's hanging out with your friends? Because your note to us said that you broke up with him because you weren't feeling the relationship. So you don't have any feelings for him anymore. So, what is the issue of him hanging out? Is it because he's still flirty with you, or because you still kind of have feelings for him?
It's mainly just because he was still, flirty with me, and, I needed my space too.
Have you ever said to him, like, dude, I'm not into you. Stop flirting with me. This is weird. Like, we're all hanging out together.
Yeah, I think I need to work on, being more vocal about my boundaries and stuff, for sure.
Yeah, it's tough because you would like to think that there's like friend code where if you introduce the boyfriend to the group and then, they're automatically going to choose you when that relationship ends, right? Like you like to think that exists.
Yeah.
That's not the case.
Yeah.
That's true.
Asking people to cut out somebody out of their life, that leads to trauma. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah. People aren't wired like that. You can't just cut somebody out of your life forever.
Hope that helps, Ashley.
It does. Thank you, guys.
All right, girl. You take care.
Thank you. You too.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
It's been 9 years since we've been introduced to Rebecca Black, all thanks to a video and a song called Friday that went viral, and for all the wrong reasons. Now, at the time, it was deemed the worst song ever. However, now it's a cult classic. Rebecca Black, welcome back to the Roz and Mocha Show.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How you doing, girl?
I'm good, thank you. It's bright and early on my side of things, but it's good to be back.
No, I hear you. We did your very first interview all those years ago, and then you've been back on the show since then. The 9-year anniversary of Friday just passed, and you wrote an IG post last week that really took off. And were you surprised by the reaction that you got from that?
Yeah, I mean, you can never, this is the one thing that I've obviously learned from, the last 9 years. It's like, you can conjure up, and I see it happen all the time with people trying to make a moment happen, and it is always the moments that you never think that people are going to care about or pay attention to,
right,
that people see, and it strikes a chord with them.
Do you feel that you sort of had to blaze that trail 9 years ago so people understood that the way you were treated was wrong? You know what I mean? Like, do you think that the way you were treated 9 years ago, somebody who did the exact same thing that you did in 2020, it would be tolerated to say the things that they said about you?
I mean, I guess in hindsight, I hope so. I don't know if I feel like I've actively blazed a trail because, I know when I was 13, like I was just living in it. And up until honestly the last couple of years, like I was going through it, and still every day, like I, deal with it in my own way. And, but yeah, I mean, I do hope that with this post, and like it seems like with the reaction that a lot of people have had, that they're recognizing that, maybe they said a few things 10 years ago, 9 years ago, that they would never say now. And I think that's important for anybody to realize.
Do you ever come across anything online where you recognize that it's going down a path that could potentially ruin that person's life?
You see stuff like that all the time. And now, for everybody, it's different. And also the internet is so different that you see a lot of these people, like, maybe going through the same emotional feelings I'd imagine as I did, but they're able to maybe more quickly make it into like a full-fledged career.
Yeah. Have you ever reached out to anyone where you've seen the potential of something that they've posted go bad, and you're like, listen, I'm just warning you, speaking from experience?
I think I don't know why I can't remember exactly who, but I have a lot of friends now of people who have been in similar positions, whether it be exactly kind of like mine or not. And I think it's something that, whether it be that or even somebody who just had something, kind of have a blip on Twitter or whatever. I just try to, I'm not out here trying to be anybody's therapist because I don't have the credentials for that. But like, at least I think somebody knowing like, okay, somebody's gotten through this before. If this is bad, I can do it too.
Billie Eilish earlier this week said that she has given up social media because of the comment section, because it's just too damaging. Although there's a lot of fun stuff on the internet, and you really want to take part in that. You want to connect with fans, and you want to have that relationship, but she's dipping because the comments are just too much. Do you have, because I know with me, right, Saturday morning, if I'm enjoying life and I'm having a coffee and everything is right in the world, I don't go and read comments. Because I know somebody's going to say something that will then ruin my day.
Your entire weekend.
My entire weekend. Yeah. Do you have rules on when you will sort of dip into those worlds, Rebecca Black?
I try, but it's so hard because, at the same time, it's like, I have had, I think, a different approach to it every year, every month, or honestly every day. It's like some days I love it, and I can look at like so many of the, kind things that people say, and I think, on one hand, I want to be able to recognize those just because people are saying things that are really, go out of their way to say really nice things, and I want them to feel recognized. But I completely understand, especially for someone, Billy's starting so young, and with the amount of unbelievable everything that has happened to her in the last few years, like, I think she is going to be a marker for, kind of what happens to teens that get this massive notoriety now. And I think kudos to her and like to her family, like everything that I know about them and my experiences with Phineas, her brother, and her parents and her, like they are just, it seems like they've got their head on their shoulders, So I think for everybody, just trying to be aware of it, it really is different every day, I think, on how it affects us.
What is your feeling towards the song Friday now? Now that you've gone through everything and you're at this point in your life where you're still recording music, you're, about to go on tour, what is your feelings towards that song? Do you cringe anytime somebody plays it or anytime you hear it?
As far as like playing it live, I do it all the time, and I kind of I've completely reworked the song into something that like aesthetically I really, really like. And I think for me, like bigger than that, I look back on that video and I just see like a 13-year-old who was just trying to figure Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
That's okay. That's okay. You talk the way you want to talk.
And Rebecca Black, talk to us about the new track that you have out, new music, or is this going to be on an album? When are you announcing the tour?
So new music is coming. I think next month is when you'll really hear some really fresh stuff. And yeah, I just put out the Sweetheart Dance Yourself Clean remix. Sweetheart was a single I put out at the end of last year, and I just love this song so much, and I love this remix.
That's awesome. Rebecca Black, thank you so much for coming back on the show and hanging out with us, and just your insight, being somebody who literally went through all the hell that social media and the internet can throw at a human being, and you came out the other side. So thanks for hanging out with us. It's really great to talk to you again.
Thank you guys for always being in my corner. I really appreciate it.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
Update.
Hey, Sarah. It's Roz and Mocha. Welcome back to the show.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
How's the baby?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
We originally talked to you middle of December, and you had said, Roz and Mocha Fix My Life. Your fiance is an actor and recently booked a pretty big role that requires him to fly overseas for a few weeks. In the role, he has his first make-out and sex scenes, and you were really struggling with it. As someone who's not in the industry at all, you said that you're having a really hard time separating your emotions from the logic, hoping that we could help you out. And I remember this conversation. I think that we did a decent job helping you out, but the one thing that I remember was I know a lot of people in the world of acting, and the one thing that nobody ever really talks about when it comes to love scenes and sex scenes, the only thing that you hear actors say is, oh my God, it's so awkward and there's so many people on set and everything else. When in reality, many people I know think that given the opportunity to go onto a set and make out with beautiful people is actually awesome.
Yeah, so after you gave me that little piece of clarity, came home with a lot more anxiety, so thank you for that, Roz.
No problem. That's what I do.
Because he was telling you, your husband was telling you that it is exactly what Roz was saying. It's just acting. It's just a job.
Yeah.
There's no real emotion involved, right?
Right. I mean, after that whole thing happened with you guys, I came home and we had like a really, really big talk, really uncomfortable talk. Tears happened both ways.
Aww.
And I think we got to a place where, like, you know, unfortunately, this is the really uncomfortable part of the industry that I'm not comfortable with, just because I'm more of an introvert.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, unfortunately, like, we love each other, and this comes with the territory. So we put some boundaries down. One of them being that I'm not comfortable watching the scenes.
Right.
And he was totally understanding about that. I mean, I know I'm not going to be able to ignore it forever, but for right now, at least I don't have to go, and feel like I need to punch someone else right now. So.
Yeah.
So it's not like he invited you out to the set to be like, oh, come meet my co-hosts.
I don't know if I would want to. He did invite me to go out on set. It's just that at the time right now, like with my job, I can't really afford to take time off right now. He did invite me on set, but like just the circumstances didn't really allow it right now. But yeah, I mean, on his end, he says it's uncomfortable. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I'm trying not to focus too much on
Did you meet the woman, the actor that he had to do the love scene with?
No, I never have.
Okay.
But from what he tells me, and for what you guys told me the other time, I don't think I have much to worry about with this particular person.
Okay.
So I think I'm okay.
Good for you.
I mean, this is the thing. I'm never going to put him in a position where he has to feel like he has to turn down a role because of me, right? Like I said, I know it comes with the territory. He has like very big dreams, and I mean, if you want that Oscar role, comes with the territory, right? So for right now, like my boundary is I just don't want to sit there and I don't want to watch it. The other boundary is that we're honest with each other, whether or not that's uncomfortable and whether or not that hurts. So if another role comes up, then he's going to tell me about it, or I'll find out anyway. So, and I think we'll just take it role to role, really, unless you have any other ideas.
No, because what other choice do you have? Right?
Yeah, exactly.
You love him, he loves you, you got a kid, and he's an actor, and that just sort of comes with the territory, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You just better hope he doesn't get nominated for an award for that particular scene. You know what I mean? Because then how awkward would that be where all over the news, all over, everywhere, it's that, nominated for this particular scene. And that's all you see, on the internet, on TV. And then you got to show up at the award show.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it'll happen eventually because, I mean, if you go on Instagram, on your Explore feed, it's everywhere, right? I guess because I talk about it and, your phone's listening and now it generates on your Instagram feed.
No, have you started blocking certain accounts because you keep seeing that on the Explore page?
No, but that's a good idea. Maybe I should do that.
Okay.
Oh, snap.
Do you follow the co-host, right? Or
no, I don't follow any of them. But
so anyone in any of the shows that he's on, especially this one where he's got that super hot makeout scene with, you don't follow her on social, right? Oh, okay.
No.
She never said it was super hot, Mocha. Why did you just say that? She never used the words it was a super hot makeout scene.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
You guys are the best. Thanks so much.
So here's what's going to happen. When that show is released, I will watch it for you and then do a full review of the scene on the show.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
No problem. No problem. I will be your eyes.
That's going to be the one day that I don't listen to the show. All right. Much love to you, Sarah. Thanks for checking back in.
Thank you so much.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
So Matt Reeves last night released what they called a camera test, much like what they did with Joker when it was Joaquin Phoenix in the makeup and it was just the shot. And I guess that's the new thing for comic directors.
Yeah.
And it was Robert Pattinson
as the Batman.
Do you have that clip? Because the song sounds very Star Wars-y to me. Will you find it? Put it in, Maury, please. It sounds very Star Wars-y to me, and then so it's all very red, there's a big red filter on it.
Yeah.
And then the Batman sort of walks out, and the suit is I'm not a big enough Batman fan to know sort of which era the suit is paying homage to, but it has armor on it. Yeah. Right?
I would say...
So it's very different than the Ben Affleck suit. So it has armor. The bat symbol in the middle of the suit looks like some sort of detachable weapon. And the mask, the cowl, right, when you look at it closely, looks like it was handmade, so it looks like it's made out of leather and hand stitched together, almost like some sort of bondage mask, as if like he would have made this in his basement. So where we're so used to seeing Batman with Christian Bale and then with Ben Affleck, where their suits look like they were made by scientists kind of thing, right? Like Christian Bale's suit was designed by people who make war machines. This suit looks like somebody made it themselves.
So,
if that makes any sense.
What I'll say after seeing, and it was just like a 45-second clip, if that.
If that.
Right?
Yeah.
I will say, I liked it a lot.
You did, huh?
I did.
Yeah.
I was so skeptical, especially after when they announced that
Robert Pattinson.
No, when they announced that Ben Affleck was going to be Batman.
Yeah.
I was like, there's nobody that's going to compare to Christian Bale because Christian Bale was just so awesome.
Yeah, true.
I didn't mind Ben Affleck. I didn't
just
love
crap
Ben
movies.
Affleck. There's just unfortunately that they were.
He was a
crap
good
movies.
Batman, but he's in crap movies.
I was very unsure of Robert Pattinson as Batman, but after seeing the screen test, I was into it. Much like I was very unsure about Joaquin Phoenix as Joker, because to me, number one is always and forever will be Heath Ledger.
Right.
But Phoenix,
everybody was skeptical of Heath Ledger.
Everyone was skeptical of Heath Ledger, and he became the best Joker.
Yeah. But I will say this, the one thing about The Mask that I noticed that I didn't like is that here, play the clip so we can hear the music. Does it sound like Star Wars?
Yeah. Dun 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 dun
dun dun dun dun dun dun dun.
Sounds like it. A little bit.
Dun dun dun. Yeah, it's the Imperial March, man. The one thing I didn't like about The Mask, and you'll notice in the sort of freeze frames of it that people have put together, is the nose piece on the mask doesn't go all the way around his nose. So you can see his nostrils underneath. It's more like a Zorro. It's more like a Zorro mask.
I didn't notice that.
Where the mask only covers the top part of his nose and not the bottom part of his nose. So if you look at him, you can still see his nostrils.
Huh.
But anyway, check that out because it's a brand new Batman. The suit's got a ton of armor on it, and it looks like he's got a pop collar on his cape too.
Batman still got a flex, still got a style. Why not, right?
Yeah. The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey. What is it, Maury?
Can I apologize to Roz?
Oh, God. I mean, yes, of course. I don't know why I deny that. We don't have long here, so make it quick.
No, I just want to apologize. I have to say sorry to Roz because he was coming into the car this morning, and I thought I was going to do a good thing when I turn on the engine because I waited there for a long time.
No, you didn't.
And so I turn on the engine.
And what's a long time that you have to turn off the car?
Like 6 minutes.
Okay.
6 minutes?
Okay. Pause for 1 second because you're telling this story wrong.
Well, I'm telling it from my point of view.
No. I'm gonna do the setup for this story. Okay?
Sure.
I'll do the setup for this story. So about 3 weeks ago, I'm walking out to the car to meet Maury in the morning, right? And Maury thinks that it would be funny if, as I'm standing right by the passenger side door, that he cleaned his windshield, which at that point sprayed windshield washer fluid all over my face and into my mouth and into my eyes.
Yeah, dangerous. You could die from that.
Thank you. And then I get in the car and I'm like spitting and I'm rubbing my eyes and I'm like, dude, and Maury finds it hysterical, right? And I'm like, bro, not funny at all. Like my face is like, it's like, this sucks right now. And then he's like, oh my God, sorry. And then he's still laughing and then whatever, it was over. And then, so this morning I go to walk into Maury's car and what happens, Maury?
Well, this time it wasn't a joke though. Because I wanted to clean off the road dust from the window.
Right.
And when I turned on the engine, I immediately spritzed the window. But it just so happened that you walked so fast that it spritzed into your face.
No, I stood at the thing and the door was locked and you didn't open the door until you sprayed it.
No, but I sprayed it unlocked. Like it was a one movement thing.
No, I was walking to the car and I normally walk, open up the door and get in. I grabbed the handle, you locked me out, sprayed me, and then open the door.
Okay, but this time it wasn't a joke, so I'm sorry. Now do you want to apologize for banging the side of my car?
No, I kicked the car door.
Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
podcast.
All right, here we go.
Mocha.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do the news.
A Roz and Mocha Show and Kiss 92.5 News Break.
Al Pacino's girlfriend dumped him because he's too old.
How old is he? He's in his 70s, right?
So Al Pacino, 79.
79.
Yeah, his girlfriend.
Please, wait.
Yeah.
Okay, if Al Pacino is 79,
Yeah.
his girlfriend, if she said that he's too old for her,
Yes.
I'm going to say she's got to be like in her 30s.
43.
Oh, okay, 43.
43.
Sure.
She's Israeli actress Mattel Dohan. And she told a magazine in an interview that the relationship didn't last, in part because, quote, Pacino is already an elderly man. Okay.
You couldn't have just said old.
Yeah.
It's an elderly man.
Yeah, and then she adds that it's very hard to be with a man so old, even Al Pacino. and then people were like, well, maybe you're just in it for the wrong reasons, as they say on The Bachelor, and
yeah,
you just wanted the money. Then she goes on to say, how can I say this politely? But he didn't like to spend money. He only bought me flowers.
His old cheap ass.
But she does insist. I mean, really, if you're going to date a 79-year-old, right?
What more do you expect?
You're going to put in the work.
Yeah.
A little bit more flowers, I would think, right? 2 years you're the girlfriend, all you get is flowers. He's worth like $180 million.
I know.
Right? But
And he's got every penny.
Man, he's got it all.
Mine. Don't touch it.
And guess what? I'm still worth $180 million. Lark Voorhees, who was...
Oh, Lisa Turtle.
Lisa Turtle on
Yes.
Saved by the Bell. She's on Dr. Oz's show today.
For what?
And she's talking about, I guess that the story was that she has, what did they say she has here? Depression, maybe? Not 100% sure. But then she had denied having it at one point. I'm not sure. I have to see how this episode plays out. But she's on Dr. Oz today talking about why she isn't included in the Saved by the Bell reboot.
I have to admit, I did feel a bit slighted and hurt when I was not invited to be part of the Saved by the Bell reunion, as well as other cast members' events. Yet, of course, I also realized that having this puzzling disorder may have played a major part in that factual decision. With that in mind, I am truly thankful for having had the chance to work on a show that has been so successful.
So she's not going to be on the show at all, huh?
No.
As far as we know.
The story is that she was diagnosed bipolar, but then she has denied that in the past. So I don't know how it plays out on the Dr. Oz show today. So we'll check that out. On Carpool Karaoke last night, Justin Bieber's on with James Corden all week. And do you remember when Bieber sent out that tweet earlier this year that simply read, I want to challenge Tom Cruise to a fight in the octagon. Tom, if you don't take this fight, you're scared and you will never live it down.
Oh, wow.
Who's willing to put up the fight? Dana White from UFC.
Yeah, okay.
And then somebody asked him about it and he's like, nah, man, I'm just joking. So anyway, James Corden asked Bieber last night in Carpool Karaoke what he actually thinks of Tom Cruise and whether or not he could beat Tom Cruise in a fight.
There's absolutely no way. He's not the guy you see in movies.
He is.
He's not.
That's
a
phenomenal
character.
shape.
I think you're mesmerized by the characters that he's played.
No, I'm mesmerized by the man. I'm not even joking.
You're mesmerized by the characters that he's played.
I'm telling you right now.
I'm telling you, when you get, you wouldn't want. I'm dangerous.
Yeah.
Come on, Bieber. Agility is
literally
insane.
does movies called Mission Impossible. The mission is impossible,
He's an actor.
and he makes it possible.
He's an actor.
He jumps out of planes
I don't think
and
you
stuff.
understand the mind control.
You don't want that smoke, Bieber. Come on now.
The Disney castle is going under some serious renovations. If you're heading down to Disney World for March break, officials say that the iconic Cinderella Castle in Disney, Florida, will be renovated over the next several months. The most noticeable changes will be the addition of gold trim to most of the castle.
If I know anything about that castle in Cinderella, her evil stepmom is making her do all the work.
Truth. The renovation is coming during the 70th anniversary of the release of the classic Cinderella. So they're renovating the castle. I was down there one time. It was all right.
All right. Felt the magic, huh?
Yeah, it's all right. Billie Eilish, in an interview, talking about how she is taking a break from reading Instagram comments because it's just such a vile place that it starts to really affect you. I think you have the clip over there.
Oh.
Sorry. My bad. I should have said ahead of time.
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
Also, in this interview, if you see the clip of the interview, she is like talking some serious stuff, which is very important things to talk about, but she looks ridiculous. She like has brand new sunglasses on that I've never even seen these kinds of sunglasses before. And she's like, it's wild. She looks like I don't even know. Like
you can't take her serious when she's talking?
Yeah, it's wild. She looks like a cross between, I don't know, like it's like Elton John and Willy Wonka kind of thing, right? Yeah.
It's weird. Like the cooler the things you get to do are, the more people hate you. It's crazy. Cancel culture is insane. I mean, just the internet is a bunch of trolls, you know? And it's like, the problem is a lot of it's really funny. I think that's the issue. That's why nobody really stops, because it's funny. Say anything to make somebody laugh. It's like way worse than it's ever been right now. I mean, it's insane that I even have been reading comments up until this point. I should have stopped long ago. It's just the problem is I've always wanted to stay in touch with the fans and like keep talking to them, and like people have ruined that for me. So and that sucks. And so they're like friends of mine, but yeah, the internet is ruining my life. So I turned it off.
There you go.
I just read the best news ever.
Which is?
Because this information came out while I was sleeping last night.
What?
Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, available digitally on March 17th.
Oh, there you go.
And if you still collect Blu-rays, March 31st.
That's quick, huh?
Yeah.
Quick
I love it.
turnaround.
I can't. Oh, I'm so excited. Because I have my Disney Plus subscription, right?
People were freaking out yesterday because Disney released a timeline of when all the Star Wars movies happened, like in sort of chronological order. Let me get this for you here.
Didn't fans do that before, though?
Yeah, but Disney sent out the official.
Oh.
Right? And people were losing their minds, and I don't know why this made such a huge thing. So here's how it works.
Okay.
So according to the timeline, it goes and then they include like the cartoons and everything, right?
Oh, wow. Okay.
All the movies. So The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, The Clone Wars, Revenge of the Sith, Solo, Star Wars Rebels, Rogue One, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, The Mandalorian, Star Wars Resistance, The Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and Rise of Skywalker.
Ooh.
And here's where everybody started losing their mind, is you would not believe the amount of people that thought The Mandalorian happens before A New Hope, because they actually believe that Baby Yoda is Baby Yoda, meaning that this whole thing starts with The Mandalorian, because Yoda is in the prequels.
But we knew, like, there was so much information.
No, but they say it in the show.
Yeah, but there was so much information even before the show that this takes place 5 years after Return of the Jedi.
Yes, and they also say that in the first episode. But everybody thought that Baby Yoda was actually Baby Yoda, which means that this would have been...
But Baby Yoda, like, once we are introduced to him in New Hope, he's like 500 years old.
Yeah, he's like 50 years old, right? Will Ferrell and Paul Rudd are teaming up for a new series.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yes.
So they haven't been in anything together since 2013 with Anchorman 2. The show is
Ron
called...
Burgundy and Brian Fantana are teaming up again.
The Shrink Next Door is what it's called. It's based on a true story of a bizarre relationship between a psychiatrist to the stars and his longtime patient.
Dude, I know this story.
Do you?
Yeah, because it was a very popular podcast I listened to recently. And it is I'm not going to give away any details.
Yeah.
But it really is a crazy story.
Is it? Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so that's that. That's the.
I'm excited for that. I'm good.
That's
I'm
the
good.
that's
I'm
the
good
shrink
with that.
next door. Explain to me what in the actual hell is The Bachelor Presents Listen to Your Heart.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Hold on. Let's play the trailer first. Let's play the trailer. Oh.
20 single men and women.
Oh my God.
One shared dream.
Music is a great gateway to love. Welcome to Listen to Your Heart. Let the journey begin.
Listen to you.
Could love
I might be falling for you.
and music
It was sexy. It was passionate.
make for the perfect duet?
Love is like the ultimate prize.
Or will they leave as solo acts? The Bachelor Presents Listen to Your Heart, Monday, April 13th on ABC.
So good.
What is this show?
It's basically Bachelor and Idol mixed
Oh,
together.
shut up.
So they get these 20 singles, put them in the house together, who all their common interest is music. So they got to team up and put together songs and perform in front of like former Bachelor and Bachelorette stars.
And like hopefully they hook up.
And hopefully they hook up.
That is the worst thing for any band.
It is
That's
the
like
absolute best.
that is rule one in a band.
No, this is amazing news. Set a reminder in your calendar, April 13th. I cannot wait.
Did you watch any of the debate last night? The Democratic knuckleheads all going at each other, ruining everything for everybody?
I did not.
No. It's crazy, man. Michael Bloomberg paid $400 million of his own money to buy his way onto that stage.
$400 million?
Yeah, and he walked onto that stage, and I've never seen somebody get just beaten up so badly in public before. And he spent $400 million of his own money.
But for him, pennies.
It was awesome. It was so awesome. Oh my God, Elizabeth Warren just destroyed him. And then everybody started talking about how they're all millionaires anyway, so who cares? Because they're going, well, you're a billionaire. And he's like, man, we're all millionaires. And he's like, Bernie Sanders, you're a socialist who's a millionaire and owns 3 homes. And Bernie Sanders was like, everybody in Vermont has a summer home.
So take that.
Like, it was just the wildest display.
Like, rich people going at each other about money?
Yeah, so it's just...
It's like the regular... Like, that's so...
It's
so crazy.
It's such a weird process to watch these people because one of them is going to have to go and try and defeat Donald Trump.
I know.
But it's such a crazy process to just watch these people publicly destroy each other on the way to just being able to become that one person. And by that time, all you're doing is you're just giving your opponent every single bit of ammo that they need.
Also,
Like, it's
forgetting the fact
crazy.
that as millionaires, part of what it is you're trying to do is be relatable to the people who you want to vote for you.
Oh, yeah.
Which at that point you can't.
But, and Elizabeth Warren was like, hey, listen, we're going to trade your, arrogant white billionaire for our arrogant white billionaire?
exactly.
You're going to vote for Bloomberg? Like, I don't know, man. The whole thing is a mess.
And now it's time for Ask Roz and Mocha.
Hey, man, you there?
Hello.
Hi. Okay, it's Roz and Mocha. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Your name is what? Michael John Ortega. Okay, go ahead. What's your question, sir?
man.
My question is for Ross.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're gay and single, would you date Maury knowing him all these years?
Listen, Jackass.
Okay, first of all, great question.
We answered this on the last podcasts.
No, but the thing is, he just answered no, but I didn't get a proper, explanation why you wouldn't date him.
But the answer is just no. You asked a question.
Why?
So again, ask your question. What is your question? That if I was gay and single, would I date Maury?
Yes.
No is the answer.
Why not?
That's a separate question. Call back on another podcast, Holmes.
No, he's there now. Don't be like this. He's on my side.
Yeah, but no.
Why do you care so much, Maury? You're a married man.
No, because I can't go through the rest of my life knowing somebody.
Well, this is like a hypothetical question that,
You're very lucky that I even answered a hypothetical, because if you know this show, I don't do hypotheticals, right? I don't play that game, because as soon as you start playing hypotheticals, somebody's going to go, aha, gotcha. And you're like, man, I'm just doing a hypothetical here, okay? Like, you just asked me for a hypothetical, I'm giving you a hypothetical answer, and then people tend to hold you to your answers of a hypothetical. Thank you. And so I don't want to give myself that much exposure on
Also,
this show.
you don't need that audio living digitally
No,
forever.
but now I'm going to hold you to your no, and that's just terrible.
What, in case of the day that I go gay and then hit on you, you're going to go, you already passed. Like,
on all of this.
Like, you know what I mean?
No, but it would be nice to be able to go through, because you're not gay. I get that.
Yeah.
I get it.
You do? Do
I
you
get
though?
it. No.
Do you though?
I don't think he does.
No, I don't think he does. Hey, Michael, are you gay?
Yes. No, I'm actually married.
Oh, okay. So,
And- but
so's
the thing is,
Maury, by the
this
way.
You wouldn't know listening to this show.
Yeah.
No, but this is all hypothetically.
This question come from when me and my best friend, if we were gay, would we date each other?
Right.
And we pretty much known each other for more than 24 years.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, you know what? We'll give each other a shot if we were gay.
Wow. I've
Yeah,
never had that
something like that.
conversation with any of my friends.
Okay.
I've never had that conversation with any of my friends.
Like how detailed or how many times have you guys had the discussion of if you two were gay that you would date each other?
Maybe twice in this lifetime.
Yeah.
Okay, so twice.
And
All
what
right.
and what did you decide on?
We decided how well we know each other.
Yeah.
And how close we are or so like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And so what? So you would date each other?
Yeah, we would date each other if we were gay.
I don't know how you get past that though. You know what I mean? Because I would just then from that moment on, after having that conversation, I would just feel sexual tension with my friend.
Yeah, like wouldn't you feel like what if there's, intimacy problems or just problems with the relationship? Then that would ruin your friendship that you've had for 24 years.
Well, if we have this, we believe that if we have this mutual agreement, I don't think there will going to be any issue on this.
Oh no, because then listen, any relationship that starts off with some sort of contract, we know that those never go bad. Well, yeah, good. You should do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, anyway, so to answer your question again, and for the second podcast in a row,
I have another question for Michael.
Yes.
So your discussion with your friend as to whether or not if the two of you were gay, like, are there any feelings there between either of you?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Have you ever tried to kiss?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Is he cute?
Nope.
Who's better looking?
I guess he is, but
Oh, he is.
Oh, okay.
Well, like,
so did you talk about that though? Like, who's like the more attractive one between the two of you?
Well, we like, hey, bro, you look good, man. Then he will compliment me back. Yeah, you look good too, man.
What's his most attractive quality physically?
For him?
Yeah.
Most attractive quality, he knows how to swoon woman.
No. Physically, what's his most attractive quality?
Physically?
Yeah.
His face.
His face. What makes his face so attractive?
He's like he's a half Chinese, half Filipino, so that's why he's really light skin and kind of thing.
Yeah, exotic.
And his smile is nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a mix there.
Yeah. How are his lips?
Pretty good.
Yeah. Compared to what though?
Compared to mine, it sucks.
Oh yeah, he's got way.
You have better lips.
No, he has better.
Oh,
the friend
he has better lips than yours.
He has better lips.
Yeah. So what do you bring
He
to
has
the
better smile.
Okay, what do you bring to the relationship then?
My good personality.
Yeah. Okay.
So you have the personality, he's got the looks. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It sounds like you guys are kind of made for each other.
It really does.
Yeah, well,
Do you not think you're good enough for him?
I think I'm okay enough for him.
Okay. Yeah. Like if you guys
but-
if you guys were in a relationship, you know that people would be like, "Man, how did that guy get that guy?"
Even for our 24 years, his in-laws think we're gay, but yeah. Every time he invite me to the party, hey, are you gay?
I love that you have this friendship. I love that love that you are that close with somebody in your life where you can have this sort of earnest conversation and you've dissected everything down to how people would look at you if you were in that relationship. It's amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah, that's how we think. Even my wife was thinking, asking me the same question. Would you date your best friend?
Your wife was asking you that?
Yeah, my wife was asking me that.
I think
It sounds like y'all are kind of attracted to one another.
I think that people can tell, man.
Yeah, but we are only best friends, and we're both straight.
Yeah.
He have a family. I have a family. You know.
Okay. But it's
That's
good.
the thing.
But it's good to have a backup.
Yes.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Hey, Michael, one
Yes?
quick thing. Do you have a Netflix account?
Yes, I do.
You ever watch Black Mirror?
Not yet. I haven't seen that series yet.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the one
But
you
I
know
heard
which one
about
I'm
it.
thinking about? Ross?
Fighting Vipers.
Yeah, okay. So go look for Black Mirror, okay, on
Okay.
Netflix. And I believe
Okay.
it's season 3.
Yeah.
Episode
Okay.
1, and it stars Anthony Mackie, and it's called
Fighting Vipers.
Fighting Vipers.
I believe it is.
Right?
No, what's it called, Chef?
Okay.
What?
Oh, Striking Vipers.
Striking Vipers.
Okay.
Thank
It's
you.
called Striking Vipers, okay? Michael,
Okay.
we want you to watch that episode. Tell your best
Okay.
friend to also watch that episode.
Together.
Okay.
Oh, brilliant.
But we share we share the same Netflix account, so yeah.
You guys. Season
season
5,
season
episode
5.
1, Striking Vipers.
Okay, hold on. So you and your best friend of 24 years,
Yeah.
you also share a Netflix account?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, where's your
And
wife?
Disney Plus.
Where's your wife?
Beside me.
Oh, she is. Listening to the whole thing, huh?
Yes, she's laughing.
What's her name?
She's giggling.
What's her name?
Honey.
Honey? Honey, is this something you're very much used to, their relationship?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so Michael, here's what you're going to do. You're going to invite your best friend over, and the two
Okay.
of you are going to fire up Netflix, look for season 5 of Black Mirror, episode 1, and the
Okay.
two of you are going to watch it together, okay?
Sure.
Okay. Do
And then,
that.
and then we're going to follow up with you to find out how
Okay.
that experience was, okay?
Okay.
All right, buddy.
brother.
Thanks so much.
All right. Thank
Later.
you.
Later. I love that relationship, man.
Wow.
Wow. That is like, that's awesome.
Okay, what are we doing here? Hello.
Hi, this is Marcus.
Hi, Marcus.
Maury, you're literally in front of us right now.
Wait, let's just...
Okay, sorry.
Hey, Marcus, where are you calling
Yeah.
from?
I'm calling from Brampton.
Brampton, Ontario.
Yeah, my name's Marcus Prashad.
Okay. Marcus Prashad. All
What up,
right.
Brampton?
I can't wait to talk to Maury after to find out why he chose that last name.
Yes.
And location
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah. Okay. What's
I have a
going
question
on?
for the podcast.
Yeah, Marcus, go ahead.
I've always wanted to know if Roz was gay and single,
Yeah.
would he date Maury knowing him all these years?
Funny enough, this is now the third
Hypothetically.
conversation we've had about this, Marcus. The answer to that question is no.
Thank you very much for the call.
You can sit back on your chair now, Maury.
Hey, Maury.
Yeah, man.
When you called in as Marcus, why Marcus Prashad from Brampton?
No, sorry, I was out of the room. Did somebody call in?
Excuse me. Because listen, he's not good at like thinking on his feet. Okay,
I know,
he just
I know.
sometimes racist things come out or
I know.
stereotypes come out, and like it's fine. I wouldn't say that's
Sorry,
racist.
did
That's
I
not
miss,
racist. I
Did
take
I
that
miss a
back.
phone call?
That's a big accusation.
Care to answer?
Answer what?
Yeah. Listen, if you're trying to come up with, I don't mean to stick up for Maury here, and this is not flirting, by the way, Maury.
I don't know. It kind of looks like flirting.
Never mind then. Never mind.
Patrick asks if you
Yes.
could lose an inch off of your height in exchange for an extra inch on your wiener, would you do it?
Wow.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Like
listen,
an inch in which way?
you, Roz,
Yeah.
you got inches to give up height-wise because
Right.
you're tall.
Yeah.
Right? What are you, 6'4"?
6'4".
6'4".
Yeah.
And if I've known anything about tall guys,
Yeah. Okay. So the question is, would you give up an inch of height for an inch of wiener? Jeez. I don't listen. I don't. Okay.
Stop flirting with Maury.
I'm not flirting with Maury, but I don't even want Maury to. I don't even want to look at Maury when I
Okay.
answer this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know he's staring at you
And
pretty hard right
I
now.
know. And I know that I'm 6'4", and I know that it just all makes sense, everything else. But my answer to this is no.
Really?
No.
All right.
No.
I just
Good for
imagine
you, my
like,
man.
would it happen at the same time? Like, would you
What?
you would shrink and expand?
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
Of course you
I
would.
mean, you can never have too much.
Never? That's not true at all. It's not true. It's not true. You need to hang it with more women. No, seriously. Listen, you'd be surprised. What about you, Mocha? Because you got, I mean, that would drop you down in height to what? Like
like 6.
Oh, shut up! You're so
Like
you're so
pretty
full
much
of
the
it.
same height.
You're so full of
Would
it.
I would say yes. I would like an extra inch of wiener.
You would, yeah.
Wouldn't we all?
Like an inch is like that's fairly substantial.
Yeah.
It's fairly substantial.
I would like that.
You could
very
use an
much.
extra inch.
I would like that very much.
But
Thank
here's
you.
my question with that,
Yeah.
though. Okay,
Is it like going to look stitched on?
No. Oh God, no. No,
I don't think that's
it would
the
just
question.
expand naturally. Like it
Fair.
would, they're not going to add like a couple of washers on the bottom. Okay? You know what I mean? Like it's not that, right?
Frankenstein dick.
No. But I would say this. Like this type of question elicits a very sort of selfish response, and that is like for what reason? When you start talking, no, but when you start talking about it
for you,
no, but when you start talking about an extra inch, like that extra inch serves nobody any real purpose other than yourself to look at it.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, but
That's
then so
it.
you walk into the gym and everyone's like, "Oh, you look a little shorter," and you're like, "Yeah, but I'm a little longer."
Right. Yeah, but nobody cares though.
I don't notice people's height like that, though.
No, I know.
Like, I would
Maury,
never notice.
if you showed up an inch shorter, you think that we look at you that in depth that we're going to go, wow, you're looking a little shorter today?
Yeah, you'd be like, were you wearing your flats?
No. No, it's not like a lady when they take their heels off. You're like, whoa, you're really short. You know what I mean? That's shocking. Oh, yeah, it's shocking.
There's a difference of like 3-4 inches.
It is.
Right?
Yeah. Okay,
So all around the room, yes?
No, I'm a no.
Oh, you're a no?
I'm a no.
Why are you a no?
Why?
Like, why?
Why?
No, but why?
Why do you think, Maury?
No, I'm fine. I'm happy with all my sizes. Okay? Like, maybe I shrink my belly a little bit. I don't know.
Right.
Lose an inch of belly, gain an inch of wiener.
Let me ask you this question.
Like if you push in your belly, does it go out?
Okay, let me ask you this question. So how tall are you realistically? Because it matters. It matters. 5'8". Maury?
5'4".
You're not 5'4". Let's say you're 5'7". Let's say 5'7". Let's say 5'6". Okay. Would you, if I told you that you would for the rest of your life, okay, never gain a pound, and where you would start off is your vision of what your perfect body would look like?
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you'd never gain a pound no matter what you eat, and you don't have to work out. And in your head, what you consider to be what the perfect body would be for you.
Okay.
Okay, that is also the extra inch of wiener. Okay, so I'm giving you the perfect body, but you have to live the rest of your life at 5'4".
Yes, no problem.
I couldn't do it.
No.
Why?
No, I couldn't do it.
No.
Why?
No. That's just... No offense to anybody 5'4" out there.
Yeah.
That's too short.
Too
No
little.
way. Look at Frankie Muniz. He's like my perfect
But he's
body.
famous, though. He's famous.
I know, but he's like slim. He's got a six-pack.
You think Frankie Muniz has the perfect body? I've never heard anybody say that before.
Yo, Frankie Muniz don't even say that about himself.
Right? I think
You think Malcolm in the Middle is the perfect body out of everybody out there?
And he's short, so he's living what Roz is saying.
I'll tell you what fame does to you, okay? So, yeah, Malcolm in the Middle is like what? Like he's like 5'4" or something like that,
Yeah.
right? We were out one night, and
You and Malcolm?
We were at a club, and his people were with the people that I was with, and so we were all hanging out, right? And he's cool. Like he's nice guy, everything else. Sort of shy, but I think he was having like a couple of drinks, whatever it was. And I watched Malcolm in the Middle go back into a VIP area throughout the night with at least 3 different women.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
See? So do you want to change your answer, Mocha?
They were lined up for Malcolm in the Middle.
Really?
Yep.
Rinsing that credit card.
Yeah.
Wow.
Player.
See?
Super nice guy.
Yeah.
But when you're famous, it doesn't matter, right? You can be 5'4" and skinny and, not the sort of ideal if you're checking boxes of what, would give you the best chances with the most amount of people in this world that will find attractive. When you're famous, it doesn't matter. None of that stuff matters.
That's
None
not
of
true.
that stuff
Frankie
matters.
Muniz is going back to the VIP with all those women. Danny DeVito, same height. Do you think he's going to the VIP with all those women?
When Danny DeVito was 22 and high on coke with everybody else in the 70s, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, but I'm
And I'm not saying Danny DeVito did, right? I'm just saying, okay. So anyway.
James Matthew has another would you rather.
Yeah.
Would you rather eat the best food you've ever tasted for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
and live in a rundown shack, or eat the worst food for the rest of your life and live in a mansion.
What's the worst food, though? Like what I would consider to be the worst food?
Yes.
Like, is it food you hate? Like, you'd have to eat zucchinis all the time?
That's the food
Yes.
you hate?
Yeah,
I can't
Maury.
stand zucchini.
Yeah, so for Maury, what are your 3 least favorite foods? Like, what foods do you detest?
Okay, zucchini,
Yeah.
eggplant, and olives.
Then that would be your only diet. But you could live in a giant mansion.
I'd rather live in the shack.
You would.
Okay,
huh?
does the shack, like, is there holes in the walls?
It's a terrible place to live.
Yeah, it's a shack.
It's depressing. It's cold. It's a shack.
But you know that every meal is going to taste amazing.
Yes.
I would rather live in the shack. I can't imagine hating the food and not wanting to eat, but I have wainscoting.
Right. I think I'm going to go with, you have to go mansion, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I
you have to.
give up good tasting food for a big ass house.
Okay, let me ask you this. If you have friends come over, they get to eat nice food in front of you?
The best food.
Yeah.
In that big kitchen in the mansion?
And you have to eat your eggplant and zucchini?
Yes.
Yeah, because what are you going to do? Like invite your friends over to your shack and eat chicken wings?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's not fun.
No, like for me, it would be dry kale.
Ugh, gross. Yeah.
Like kale chips?
No, just kale. Like in a
Straight up
bag.
kale, yeah.
Just straight up kale in a bag.
Oh.
Beans, dry kale, beans, and porridge.
You know,
Like-
I don't mind porridge, but I just wish it had a different name because the
What do they call it?
word-
Oatmeal.
Oh,
Ugh.
no, but like the word porridge.
It's so disgusting.
It sounds disgusting.
It's disgusting.
I like oatmeal,
I've
though.
never eaten it.
Do you know that?
never?
No, it looks like vomit. My
I
whole
just-
life,
oh,
I've thought that it
man.
looks like vomit.
I had
And the
some this
idea
morning.
that somebody would put a spoon in that and put what's in that bowl in your mouth
gross,
to me
thanks.
makes me gag.
You know, in
Like
Big Brother,
dry
that
heat.
is slop, is porridge.
Yeah, no,
cold slop.
No, but there's other things in it though.
Seriously?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
told it's just porridge.
Have you never had it?
No, I was told, I only been told it's porridge.
No, it's not. There's a lot of things in that.
So hold on, back to the question. So if I live in a mansion,
Yeah.
I have to eat, can I cook the zucchini or anything? Like, I
You can do
guess
anything you want.
But it's
No.
always going to be the food that you hate.
I can't do it.
No,
I could get through a meal
I could.
with terrible, terrible food,
Yeah.
knowing that I live in a mansion.
Yep. Yep.
I could.
Yep. Absolutely.
No.
100%.
Shack it up.
All right.
Celine asks if our kids, Roz, Cruz and Roxy, have ever met in person. The answer to that is no.
No, they haven't actually.
is weird.
Yes,
Right?
very. Yeah, that actually makes you feel bad now that you say it out loud.
Well, we will get them together.
We will.
And
Yeah,
see how that works
You're
out.
right. No, we should do that. Let's
We
do
will.
that.
Amanda Costa. Here's her question. How many times have either of you encountered a starstruck fan? I was at Yorkdale Mall in Toronto last Friday and I saw Dammit Maury and I seriously think I was starstruck. I can't believe it.
You know, I remember this.
Yeah.
I saw them, and I sort of made a beeline to the right because there's so many, and they were all teenagers, and I
Yeah.
was scared.
Yeah.
And I thought they
What,
were
you
gonna
thought
like.
they're going to rob you?
I thought they were gonna like be like all roughhousey and stuff.
Yeah.
So I went into a candy store and just started spending all kinds of money just to sort of kill time. And I thought if they see me buying stuff, they'll think like, "Oh, look at him, he's buying candy."
Look at it be his money.
What? He's buying candy? Like, you think that they thought that you were buying candy for that? Like,
And I was
to then
scared of
share with them?
Amanda and her crew because there was like teenage boys and stuff, and I was just like, "Oh no!"
Scared of teenage boys and stuff. Oh no.
I thought they were gonna make fun of me.
You're a 41-year-old man.
I know, but I'm scared of teenagers.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you.
You thought they were like push you around, steal your
I
milk
thought
money
they were
or your
just gonna,
candy
like,
money?
"Oh, Mr. Radio Guy. Oh, look at you."
like
I thought they were gonna like make fun
You
and
thought
stuff.
they were gonna bully you in the mall?
So I went and spent $40 on chocolate.
$40? Oh, you could have bought like one chocolate bar.
No, but
bro.
I had to look
No.
good in front of these people.
Yeah, but his feelings were so hurt, right? You know what I mean?
You had to eat the feelings away.
All those teenagers made me
$40.
spend money.
Jeez, man.
And they were scary
That's
teenagers
awesome.
too with backwards hats.
That's awesome.
No, I mean, I've met like people who are fans of the show and they've been, nervous or whatever because you listen to the show, right? And it's a different experience than when you meet face to face. But usually the conversation's fine. right? Take a couple of minutes, chat with them.
Mm-hmm. I had a woman, Catherine, was like, oh my God. There was a woman who we walked by on the street one night. And as we walked by, she sort of like saw me at the corner of her eye, and we were like right next to each other. And she walked by and screamed and then turned around and was like shaking. She was like with her boyfriend, like losing her mind, and like couldn't say anything. And then her boyfriend explained how much of a huge fan she was.
Aw, that's real nice, though.
And then Catherine wound up taking the picture of me, her, and her boyfriend. But no, it's fun. It's funny when you do meet people, and listen, we've said this from the very beginning that it's the only reason why you do any of this is to have fans and to have people listen to the show and share their time and all this other stuff. And so I love meeting people, but I think that I give off a vibe of where I don't want to meet people.
You think or you know?
And that's not true. I'm in a lot of situations where people will stare at you and not come up.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, it's because you sit like with your arms crossed.
No, but I know. I think that I give off a vibe that I don't want people to come up and say hi. I really do. I think that, and I don't know why that. I don't know why that happened. But I wish I didn't give off that vibe.
Well,
because
next time you
actually
notice,
really love to talk to people.
Next time you notice that somebody is a little standoffish, maybe, or like just standing off to the side and like appears to be a little bit nervous.
Approach them?
Yeah.
Hell no. What am I, a loser? What am I going to say? How does that play out? Hi, I saw you. Hi, I saw you staring at me.
Oh yeah, I guess you can't say
like,
that.
What do you do?
Hey, I saw you staring at me. Do you want to talk?
Hi, you look like a big fan. Like I have to reverse engineer the whole conversation.
Yeah, I guess
Hi, you look like you've been listening to me your whole life.
I guess.
Like, how does that even work?
Stay standing there all by your lonesome.
No, I know. No, but meeting fans is always.
Do you remember?
It's always amazing.
Do you remember we hosted an event once and we were all signing autographs, and I think I was drunk and I signed my name and I spelled it wrong.
Oh, yeah. I've seen you do that many times.
I've seen you do that around here when you're sober and working.
Yeah, don't blame the alcohol, man.
Lack of education.
Yeah.
We'll end on this question from Stephanie McCrae. Are you a beach or pool kind of person? I love the beach.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Lake beach or ocean beach?
Lake beach.
Oh, God.
Because to me, there's a difference.
I don't know.
To me, there's a huge difference.
Okay, out of the two, which is your favorite?
I mean, out of the gate, I'm always pool. I'm 100% pool all the time.
Yeah.
I love a pool. I will always gravitate towards a pool. But to me, there's a very big difference between lake beach and ocean beach. One, salt water. If you've never been in salt water before, when that hits you in the face, it is like nothing you've ever experienced before. It burns your eyes, it burns your nose, it burns your throat.
It burns your body, everything.
You have to get used to salt water.
Yeah.
But I love the ocean.
Yeah.
And I really, really do. I love the ocean. I'm just like drawn to the ocean. I don't feel that way about lakes.
You should never go to the Dead Sea then. If you go to the Dead Sea in Israel, you can actually float, but it burns your ass.
Does it? Like in what way? Why?
Like it literally stings your ass.
What stings?
The salt. There's so much salt. You float, but it hurts.
Like it hurt, like your cheeks or your...
No, the hole.
The hole.
Like there's a warning sign, might burn ass.
Shut up.
No, there's not.
Yes.
You're such a liar.
When I was there
I
in
don't believe you.
1992.
Yeah,
I'm going to look this up right
so
now.
Am I. Right on.
Okay.
I'm looking it up too.
Hold on.
Might burn ass. Israel.
Okay. Sign. Okay. What's the sign say?
Might burn ass.
Okay. Hold on.
It does not say that. Sorry, where?
The Dead Sea.
Dead Sea.
The
Might
Dead Sea.
burn ass.
Warning sign about too much salt.
Okay, hold on here.
I found an image
Okay,
that
here.
says danger, sinkholes do not enter.
Okay. There's no such listen to this. There is no such thing as swimming in the Dead Sea. When you sit your butt down in the water, it essentially, of course, now they're asking me to pay for this website as soon as I start reading. Man, it's like trying to watch pornography on a scrambled channel back in the day. I'm trying to read between all these. Okay, I forgot.
Okay, so the only warning sign, I found one. Do not immerse your head. Do not splash water on yourself or others. Do not drink the seawater. If you swallow seawater, request help from the lifeguard or first aid provider. Consume drinking water frequently.
Really?
Yeah. Enter until you can squat, then lie back gently. What's so funny, Maury?
Squat.
When possible, use the jetty to enter the water. Do not jump or dive into the water. So I don't see anything here about the salt, the amount of salt
I remember
in the Dead Sea
a sign or a
burning your
pamphlet.
butt.
I remember something because I remember lying in there scared that my ass was on fire.
Yeah, I don't see anything here, Maury.
I'm telling you.
No, I don't believe you.
I don't see. Maybe if anybody has, I mean, I've never been to Israel. I've never been to the Dead Sea, but I imagine it would. Like, I imagine if, are you sure maybe you didn't, oh God.
What? I
was going to say, and again, I can't look at Maury when I say this. Are you
Okay.
sure you didn't have like a little cut back there or something like that?
Oh, a fissure?
Like something, like some sort of cut that maybe burned a little bit more from the salt?
Well,
Like
they
you-
also
you
tell
weren't-
you don't go to the bathroom right beforehand. 'cause
Answer
if
my
you
question.
wipe-
Answer my question.
Oh, no, I didn't. How do I know? I was 13.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think you really saw that sign.
No.
Anyway.
Great
that's
great
been-
ending. Oh, great ending. I'm so proud of this podcast.
Can we
Great
end on one
ending.
more question?
No, I gotta
No,
go.
we're done.
One quick question.
No, we can answer. Can we ask the question on the next podcast?
No, I need to ask it right now.
Okay,
go.
If Roz was gay and single,
Okay, every week you'll see on Instagram at Kiss925, Ask Roz and Mocha. That's where you ask your question. We'll get one of you to join us on a future episode to ask your question on the phone. All right?
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Powered by Air Transat. Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.